for us growing up, our vices was like looking at TV and like, you know, watching, being inspired by stuff we probably shouldn't be inspired. But like these kids have it, I feel like have it 10 times worse because they look on Instagram all day and see people that they
looking at us.
They looking all day like at somebody, something else that ain't their life that they, you know what I'm saying, that's inspiring them to do one thing. Do you think like social media and, well, not just social media because of course that's what we're talking about, but like the music and the entertainment of today is really playing like a big part in how kids are?
I definitely do, because what you put in is what comes out. So if you're looking at or hearing certain things in music, you think that that's how it should be.
Any worse than like typical 70, 80, 90, like the back then? Is it any worse or
Well,
about the same?
I wasn't there back then, so.
Well, not the 70s. Let me not push it that far back. But
I think so, because even if you think about just the 90s, the music that we had, like that we consider R&B, like, or like even the 80s. Like back in the day when our parents used to listen to R&B in the morning, and their 80s, 70s music, or whatever the case may be, you had to know the notes.
what they, you had to know what they were. It was slick shots. It was, you know,
like even
not
now,
so direct.
it's a whole TikTok trend about like what y'all know the whole time we was talking about X, Y, we didn't know. So now it's kind of like
in your face.
It's in your face, like everything. It's not a, oh, we talking about this and they don't know. No, they know.
I think it's it affects your brain too, because you are overstimulated constantly. And you're getting like an overdose of dopamine, so it's just, you're always getting satisfied with immediate gratification. It's just like it feels good like all the time, and that's just not how the real world works.
Right.
You know, so you almost have to like reprogram your brain after you're on, you know, social media all day.
Like get back to reality.
Yeah, and then you start comparing. You know, comparison is a thief of all joy. So it's like, oh, they're having more fun, or they getting more likes, or look at her, look at what they got for Christmas, or look at, you know, it could be anything, and it takes a toll. Definitely, it's a toll on adults, so you know it takes a toll on kids.
Exactly.
It's kids even like you said, look at what they got, look at this. A lot of it is like I noticed that parents were saying like the things that their kids were asking for are not even things that their kids actually like. Right?
Yeah.
It's like you just asking because everybody else.
Yeah.
You know what
And I can say I kind of went through a phase like that in school too, because it wasn't social media that I was comparing myself to. Don't take this the wrong way, y'all. But it was like, you know how, not you know how, but you know how sometimes you have those urban families, those that they don't got it all together. They probably own housing, but they mama keep their nails done and they hair done and they this and they that and they
hood rich.
Yeah, hood rich. Like that. I didn't want to put it out like that because you know they'd be, ooh, that bitches think they better than somebody. No, I was actually jealous of y'all. Like I actually wanted to live like that. My mom was like, girl, I don't have the money to go get your nails done every other week or nothing like that. Like, and I used to be like, damn. And I can only imagine that's what my nephew going through right now, because we don't have a family of entrepreneurs. Everybody in my family just know to get it out the mud, 9 to 5, you know what I mean, work, save, do the right things. But he just went through his senior prom, and you already know how they stepping. Senior prom with the kids doing and shit like that. At first, he didn't even want to go. And I know it's not because he didn't want to go.
Right, he didn't know. He knew he wasn't going to have
he already knew that it was going to be something.
Yeah.
He was going to get some good stuff, but he wasn't going to get the spread. These kids are spreading on their arms at prom. I'm like, oh, this is too much.
Like, I'm looking at the cars. I'm like, what?
And you know, that's really the thief of, like you said, of joy, because that didn't have nothing to do with the time that he was finna have that night. I bet you went out and had just as much fun as the rest of the kids. Like, so, I don't know. That's just so weird how that works. Like, in the dynamics that we are in today, that money is the happiness to everything. Like, it's the go-to.
But even off of social media, even in the schools, the girls have nails, lashes, wigs.
So how do you think that make the other girls feel? You know what I mean? Like the girls that can't, you know?
And kids are mean.
Yes.
So it's just like, I'm like, ooh, this is tough.
Yes.
This is a whole other beast.
It's a hard time to live in.
That's one of the main reasons, like, I took Corey out of the public school. And growing up, I experienced that with, you know, people being hood rich, people wearing Jordans, this and that. But I always had really woke parents. Like my parents, like my daddy wanted to be a little woman. Like he was really woke. Like he was on to like that's white supremacy and like everything was like. But now what we seeing, it was all kind of true. Yeah. But he was always like that, and so my daddy always put it into us like be different, set yourself apart, do things that you really like. Don't let like so we always like even I remember like all the kids in high school had like Jordans and this and that, and I went to 9th grade in some pastry because I really liked those pastries. Like.
What you mean? That was what was up.
No, not then.
Maybe not at your school, baby. We were probably country girl. Y'all probably would have called us soulful because we was in them bitches.
No, they were not. Because they was like, what is them? What is them? And I was like, pastries, they is. And I was wearing them proudly. But a lot of times too, and I took her out of school, not because of this reason, but I remember I was part of the situation where she came home, she was like, I don't want to wear these shoes. They were not designer, like, you know, like not...
Michael Kors or something?
Yeah, it could have been something like that, or it could have been a Kurt. I don't know, it could have been some of them or something like that. But she was complaining because the kids was talking about her shoes. And I'm like, girl, them shoes probably cost more than them Jordans they got. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but because...
They just don't know no better.
Yes, but she was in kindergarten. And I'm like, why are y'all even talking about somebody wearing Jordans to school in kindergarten?
Right. Y'all barely...
No, exactly, and don't know if it's the long O or the short one.
It's like those aren't even real. So
exactly.
That's the part you think your mama hood nigga rich and all this other stuff. Whole time yes, she done went to the flea market because baby, I know that Houston used to be good for a good flea market. And I ain't gonna lie, we used to travel longer strong for the flea markets, baby. No, for real.
No, oh my goodness. What do y'all think is a good age for kids to have a phone and be accessible to social media?
I would say, I don't know. I would really say like high schoolish, but I know that's like almost impossible with today.
It really is possible. It's definitely possible. I know kids, for instance, being a part of this homeschool side of the world, I'll be embarrassed because my daughter is too grown.
So do you think that leaves some kids sheltered though, like inexperienced?
They may be, but it's stuff that they don't need to be experienced with right now anyways. At 7, you know what I'm saying?
Knows a lot.
Yeah, like Corey, like she gotta have like, and I know it's some of it is her personality because she very y'all know
charismatic.
Yeah, and so like even just do simple stuff like Corey, like she carry a purse. She want to make sure her money in her purse. She want to make sure her lip gloss. Like she be asking me, Mama, can I put a little blush on? But and then some of it is because what she see me do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know, and then some of the kids like. And Corey, she still plays with dolls, but like some of the kids is her age, they like are really like innocent, like
they keep their doll
like
with
have
them.
a blanket, like, and Corey like looking at them like, and she's standing with her hips out, and like you know, I be like, ooh, I'm ashamed, like why you acting up, like you know what I'm saying? But so that's why I say it's really not like it's not hard to keep your kids from certain things because these kids don't know what an Instagram is and a TikTok. Like they might have heard about it, but they don't know what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's really what you allow because if you say if it's like almost like if you don't know, it ain't nothing to want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I think that's almost like not an isolated instance though, but not all kids are gonna have the privilege to go to
because they go to school.
Yeah, I was about to say they don't have to go to public. A lot of kids gonna have to. A good majority of kids gonna have to go to public school. A good majority of people watching this gonna have to send their kids to public school. They're not gonna have other options or you know.
But the only way you would be able to access TikTok and Instagram and all that is if you were on somebody else's phone at school.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be your norm. So you would still be a lot
limited. Yeah.
The distance between you and Lil Kiki would be a little bit different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, because at home, you don't even have a phone.
Exactly.
If you're not getting on nothing if you don't have a phone. You know what I'm saying? So, I think it can be.
What ages do you teach?
6 through 8, so...
A lot of them have phones?
Oh,
Yeah.
pretty much all of them. Yeah, they have phones, they're sneaky, they're really...
They're advanced for 6 to 8
They know a lot. They know a lot. And that's why when they... Like I was talking earlier about how teachers respond to students, like this student was like, oh, well, da-da-da. You know, he was doing this kind of thing. And he was just being extra expressive. That's like how I took it. Because he wasn't saying anything wrong, but he wasn't able to get his point across. And the teacher was like, well, he's being aggressive. And I was like, that's not aggressive. Is he coming after you?
Right.
Like, you might feel scared, but what is he doing other than, like, listen to what he's saying?
Right.
It's just like, you're not listening. And what about this, and with this phone situation. And so I think that, I just think it just needs to be in moderation. But again, we kind of have to accept the world for what it is too. And this is just where we're at in the world. And I think parents and, adults, teachers, anybody in their life have to really pour into the youth, because we're really in a mental health crisis right now. Anxiety is up, depression is up, a lot of things are up, and students they know what this stuff is. They might not know exactly, but they're hearing about it. They're trying to attach it to themselves. So I think we have to pour more into them and what social media is, what you need to use it for, technology, what to use it for, so you can separate. Because if you don't tell your child or your mentee or whoever you're working with or dealing with, if you don't tell them or help them learn who they are, that's what their self-esteem is. So the world will tell them, if they don't understand themselves. So I think that's, something, it has to be limited and regulated.
Yes.
Right.
Unfortunately, a lot of it too is it's going to have to happen, and they're going to have to correct it as adults. A lot of it is, I feel like, because kids don't believe. In other words, like our parents would say, you don't believe shit stinks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could give you this knowledge on what it's supposed to be used for, but if that's not what majority of my peer group, the people that I look to for influence, are saying, then a lot of it is going to be kind of like, I have to go through it to get through it. You know what I'm saying? Type of thing. And that's the unfortunate part, I feel like, too, especially once you get a certain age. Like you said, you're working with 6th to 8th grade students. The damage is kind of already done. Like, it's going to be hard to say, okay, I'm taking the phone away, you're not being able to get on TikTok, because at that point, it's going to become like a rebellious type of thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
they're going to do it in their spare time, and they're going to sneak
find
it.
a way. And then I would almost kind of rather you just know, and it be an open communication, like, I'm going to be looking at your phone every now and then, than to just say, oh, no, I'm not giving you no phone, type of thing. So it's kind of like you just got to stay on it, like, at all times.
And that just goes back to the kind of communication we have with our, like you said, mentees, children, or whatever. And just to let them know that, hey, life is real. I mean, like you said, they ain't going to believe it until a lot of them not going to have the personality that's not going to believe it until they go through it. Because I say that all the time about my nephew. I don't know if we should have started earlier with him, or if he's just really one of them, I just got to bump my head to find out kids. But nonetheless, we are here now. So, like, he is at the stage where he feel like he gotta go through it to grow through it. Like, and it sounds fucked up when you talk about it like giving up on them, but it's not necessarily giving up. It's just like retreating. I'm retreating from giving you all this advice. I'm retreating from calling you every day trying to figure it out with you. I'm just gonna let you figure it out.
So you can at least have the space to come back and say, hey,
that's what I was gonna say. If you got any questions, call me. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I can't control what you feel like is right and wrong.
Experience is the best teacher a lot of the time. So it's just like, but that helps them be resilient. That helps them develop their self-esteem. That helps them kind of form who they are. And I think too, just learning what kind of parent or adult need to be in certain stages of student size. Because when they're 5 might be different from when they're 16. And how well we have to protect and all of that.
Yeah, that basically was one of our points, building like that resilience in kids and learning how to navigate life challenges. Because if we try to do everything, it also takes away from them being able to experience what real life is. And being able to know how to react to situations instead of, just go up.
I don't really like the overbearing parent type of relationship, because I've met people that didn't get to do anything until we got to college. You know what I mean? And they are terrible. I be like, Lord, you could calm down a little bit. It ain't that deep. You ain't even have to go in it like that.
I've met a lot of girls, and you see that a lot. Like in college, you see that because you realize, like, oh, you didn't get to go nowhere. Like your parents. Like, this is your first time outside. Yes, and you go too far with it. Like, you damn near about to get STDs.
You're blacked out. You're in the hospital. It's a lot. It's really a lot. Like,
no, for real.
It's not.
It's not.
College bring,
But no, yeah, for sure.
For men, I think it bring out worse sides. I don't know. They come up with like different personalities.
Well,
they
I
get
feel
to
like men
reinvent
are naturally.
yeah, they reinvent themselves.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes losers be like the biggest.
Oh,
I know
yeah,
one
yeah.
time. I know for a fact
Not
this
losers.
dude, not this dude that just wasn't that popular in my school, and he wasn't no loser, no nerd, or nothing. But we went to the same college together, and
He was like,
y'all, he
"I know
almost
you."
pulled Megan Thee Stallion.
No.
Yes,
for real.
like yes. I was like, oh, this nigga done reinvented himself. Like every time I seen him on campus, it was like that nigga status. I was like, wow. What's up, y'all? It's your girl T,
And your girl Coco.
and we came to tell y'all about the social hour. Okay, Houston Hottie Social Hour. Y'all need to be there May 19th. Your girls are gonna be in the building, baby.
Yes, come by, come in, drop by and see us, and come see us on the red carpet. We're gonna be on the red
Yes, we're
carpet,
gonna be on
right?
the red carpet.
Yes.
Come give us a little conversation, a little 1-2, talk to your girls, make sure you get your tickets. Yeah, see y'all there.
See y'all there. Yeah, people definitely reinvent themselves, and you can always tell who didn't have certain things when they grew up, or
Yeah.
who were, more sheltered.
Mm-hmm.
How do y'all feel about the BBL culture and what it has done to the kids? Like, I feel like a lot of girls are like experiencing like this body, what is it called, like body dysmorphia or something like that. Yeah, like I feel like everybody wants. Cause I think I told you and that out with Corey said about I want to be slim thick. I want my legs to go like this and my stomach to go like
I think
this.
you told me that.
Yeah.
I think you told me that.
And I'm like, and I get wanting to be fit because she does dance, and Nisha always talks to them about being fit and not eating hot Cheetos and this and that. But when she said slim thick, it gave like
Instagram model.
yes.
Yeah.
No, that's a real thing. I have some of my clients that are kids. They talk about. I hear that word all the time. BBL, 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 or like, oh, I'm thick, yes. And it's like,
They funny.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that. Well, I'm thick, miss.
Love a miss.
Right. So I think that it does impact them because
Right.
That's just what's in, or what people
It's a
are.
trend.
Yeah.
Is it any worse than the you remember how like in the 80s and 90s how they said like black girls want to look white, or they want to straighten their hair to look more polished and shit like that? Like, y'all think it's worse than that era?
I think it is, because I don't think it's worse than the area, but I think that it's scarier for me because I feel like to the extreme that people are going to be it.
Yeah.
Like, to straighten your hair is one thing. I mean, outside of
Even
being chemical burns.
yeah.
I mean, but now they saying the perms have been causing cancer. I don't know. But anyway,
Yeah.
but still, like, you're not going in with that thought. But you are going into, like, getting a surgery with the thought of, like, I know that I could possibly, and I want it. Like,
But you're still risking it.
yeah, and especially at such a young age. And I think, like, before you even have, like, everybody knows, like, when you have kids, your body changes.
Yeah.
When you grow past, like, hormonal, like, you change.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like the fact that they can't wait to find that out.
Yes.
Because
I worked
we were
with a girl
waiting.
in nightlife that was like 19. I already had a BBL. She was lying about that motherfucker too. I was kind of mad about it once I really, because I was like, I knew that wasn't her ass. But like,
Oh,
I'm
she was
like
saying it was
19.
her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Leg skinny as a motherfucker though. But I'm like 19 is crazy. And also a girl that I don't know if y'all follow, she like an Instagram girl in Houston. Hernandez is her last name. I can't remember the first name, but she was on Basketball Wives. And Mulan, yeah. She was talking about how she decided to get surgery too early. She would have let her body form. Now she want to get her BBL taken out of, and it's causing her a lot of problems with the sports that she wants to, because she played basketball. It's causing she can't get up and down the court. Like, I'm like, wow, you really put yourself through that for Instagram, like for a look, for an aesthetic. That is so crazy.
That's what I think it really boils down to, because you always hear me, I'm like, they do it for niggas, they do it for niggas. A lot of this BBL culture is for women. When you really think about it, like, it's for other women. Like, a lot of women, I don't think it's all about like the men, because if you notice, a lot of men, they say they don't like it.
They say that.
But yeah, but I do think that I don't think men had ever had a problem with being with women
with
that didn't have it before
yeah.
that. Like if we think back, like I think that it's because it's an option. It's almost kind of like when you give somebody too many options. Yeah, I'm gonna be.
Now I have a choice to pick
but
one
I
or the
think
other.
ultimately men didn't have no problems having sex with women, having babies, and marrying women. Like that was never a problem. So when I say that, I think that they do like that. It's like a kid in a candy store kind of thing, type of thing. But I think more of it is like women having this image of themselves, and they think that this is what
if they portray this, this is perfection for a woman.
Yeah.
This is the standard.
I think too, I think beauty is always a thing with women.
Right.
Every generation, I think it just changes over time.
Mm-hmm.
So, in the 90s, it was just like skinny or thin or natural, all that. And I feel like every generation or every so and so many years, it's just like, this is the standard for beauty, or not saying the standard, but this is like what's in, or this is what looks good. Yeah, let me tell you, this is what looks good, that type of stuff. And I think right now we're in a BBL culture. But who's to say that's going to change, or
it's definitely changing.
Oh, it's going to change. People are taking their BBLs out. They trying to go back and redo the surgery and reverse things like that.
Yeah, I think that for me, like even for me, because I want to have surgery. But it's never like I never thought about like I'm gonna get it because of my man. Like you know what I'm saying, or like another man. I always just see women how they look in their clothes. That's more so me. Like I'm like, oh my God, my clothes would look so much better on my body if I did have a tummy tuck, if I didn't have a fupa, or you know what I'm saying. Like I feel like it don't be like. Like you just don't like
No, that's never been my thing either. Because like you said, regardless of, I used to be skinny when I first went to high school. I mean, when I first went to college, I was thick in high school. I'm thick now. Like I done went through different stages and never had a problem with getting the negative. Never in none of them stages.
But you also don't have a really big butt though, too.
But even when I was skinny, like I was skinny at one point in time, and I had a little ass, but like it was like not just no
pictures. Even when you posted that stuff in high school, I was like, even with your skinny frame, your butt was bigger than your frame. You get what I'm saying? Like,
I know. They gave me the big Pentecostal skirts for cheer because they didn't want my ass falling out. I'm like, dang, I can't do what the other girls do. I can't wear a medium like the other girls.
Yeah, exactly.
I gotta get the large, the extra large. They wouldn't let no ass cheeks show out on that track.
Yeah. So I think, well, not to say that's why you didn't get me. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying you have always had that. Hey y'all, it's your girl Coco.
And your girl T.
And we are a cup of conversation. If you ladies are looking for long, short, body wave, kinky straight, loose wave, deep wave, luxurious bundles, wigs, you need to shop Bossette Hair for boss women. They even are on DoorDash, and you can get your wig delivered straight to your front door. Quicker than Amazon any day.
Period. And if you don't like waiting like me, you can go in-store to pick up your bundles. Download the app for special deals and updates on all the Bossette. And make sure you shop Bossette Hair for boss women.
Boss women. Yes, and if you need a little money off, you can use our code displayed here on the screen to save.
Period. Tell a couple conversations sent you.
And then I think, too, some women do think, if you think about, like, how people say, oh, it's always like a big girl, they do stuff for men. If you have in your mind, like, even if it's not like I just want to do it just for me, if you have in your mind, if you correlate the two, like I haven't had male attention since being
and this is what they
image,
say,
and then I get this image, and then I do, it will make it all make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I definitely could see that for a lot of women, and just the things that they say on social media and how they, speak about themselves and stuff like that. I know people are starting to move more into a positive light and starting to be more accepting of it, but at one point in time, you could tell, you could see the hate. You know what I'm saying? You could see the hate in the way that they talked about other people or situations and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, something's going on over there. You must not really like something you got going on. And you deflecting hard.
I hate that our kids have to be exposed to it too, because it doesn't give them time to make their own idea of how they feel about themselves. It's like they letting the internet or what they see every day in the malls and make their decisions.
But I think that's children are impressionable, so they're easily influenced. Right. People are, unless you just are showing yourself. But at the end of the day, like, would you rather them have an eating disorder and try to be super skinny? Because that was a thing
Right,
too
that was a
for a
thing
while.
too, yeah.
So I mean, I just, you
It's
know,
like pick
those
your
standards.
poison
Some of
type
them,
thing.
yeah.
They extreme.
Yeah, some of them, a lot of them aren't healthy, you know, but I know this was a little life threatening.
Yes,
It's a little bit more
yes.
serious, but yeah, unfortunately, that's the world.
Yeah.
I hate that though. I really do. I hate that because you know how we always look back at our old pictures and we like, and then we said these kids ain't gonna have nothing to look back at and be embarrassed about. But them skinny ass pants and them big ass shoes, y'all gonna definitely be embarrassed about that because y'all only doing that because of the trend.
What,
I
skinny
swear-
jeans?
No. Well, I like skinny jeans. I just don't like the fat ass shoes
like
they
the
choose to
Balenciaga.
wear. Yeah, like the Balenci. They choose to wear the fattest
It's
shoes.
gonna be different stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they gonna look back at that and be like, why did I put them big ass shoes on with them skinny jeans? Like,
Yeah.
please, should have put on some
Because
stuff.
I'm over this applique era. This prom stuff,
Oh.
with these beaded applique, like I'm like,
I don't think they have rules or regulations at prom no more. Y'all
We
probably
used to
had
have
dress codes?
We did. They told me one
Okay.
year that I couldn't come. Well, it was homecoming. It was like, your dress is too short. And I'm like, now it's just like, I mean, ta-ta.
That's what I thought. That's what I
people
thought. I
going
was
to
tripping.
prom in full blown pasties and that's it.
Yeah, I thought I was tripping because I was like, man, they for sure was strict about our dress code. They wouldn't let nobody in prom that had on nothing they wasn't supposed to have. Like, knowing these kids, they probably don't even care if they get let in prom. Hell, they got photographers and videographers outside.
Exactly.
Hell, this is a runway.
You can look like you went to prom.
Exactly,
Right,
exactly.
no, for real.
They don't care.
Jazz, what would you say to parents that are raising kids in this generation is from a mental health aspect? Like, what would you say, like just a nugget like, for them?
I would say connect with your kids and listen to them. You're still the parent, so you're going to guide them, you're going to teach, nurture, protect, all of those things, but in order for them to trust or them to be open to you being, you know, an inspiration or
Role model.
an influencer, in their lives, they have to feel like y'all can connect.
Yeah.
And so a lot of that, you know, a lot of times we're busy, we're tired, you know, and so how much time are you really spending with your child? Really listening and not listening to judge, not listening to
Advise.
advise or being nosy, but just be interested in what they have going on, because the more they feel like you're interested and you care, the more you'll understand, the more they're willing to be open, because you don't want them to start, you know, they'll hide stuff in a second if they
If they feel like you're gonna just attack.
Yeah. I can definitely agree on that. I can see that. I've seen that happen with me as a youth. I see it happen with kids. So definitely need to be open with your kids. Have those communications. And I feel like parents ought to let their kids see more, not necessarily see them stressing or nothing, but more vulnerable times. Like they human beings at the end of the day. I seen a girl was being funny on there. She was like, my mom was always trying to hide me from her crime. She probably should have showed me some of them tears, so I wouldn't have been in such a rush to be an adult. Like, you know.
Yeah,
So
like,
having vulnerable moments with your kids. My mama wasn't too vulnerable. Like, you could just tell that she always had a lot going on. Because I mean, anything could make her ass cry. I said, girl, we sitting here watching Katrina videos. Her ass folding clothes, cry. I'll never forget that day. Her ass just, I'm like, God damn, like
heavy.
just heavy, just heavy.
I definitely agree with that. I'm a big person about like telling Corey, like talking to her about certain stuff that happens in real life. Like she just told me, she was like, over the weekend, she was like, can we go to Urban Air? This, like she got a habit of just asking all the time to do something. And I was like, baby, it's the first. We have to figure out how to pay rent so we can have a roof over our head and we don't be homeless under the bridge. So let's chill on Urban Air.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I express, like I'm not just gonna say no and no you can't go.
Yeah, don't
This
give
is
them a reason why.
we're not going. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
Well, to answer my question, I would say get in the habit of doing, it's kind of like what Jazz said, connecting, but doing a lot of different stuff with your kids, because what kids don't know will hurt them.
Yeah.
And I feel like, and when I'm saying that, I'm saying, for instance, before taking Corey and introducing her into gardening and stuff like that, she did not want to do it. She was telling me, I don't want to do that. Not even knowing what it is.
She don't even know.
She just don't know. And literally, I forced her, because at first I wanted to do us a garden, but she wasn't really interested. She was like, it's too hot, it's too this, I want to get on my cat. But I took her to I made her join the garden club. And so she goes on Tuesday to the garden club, and like she met some people there. They planning, they did all kind of stuff while they were there. And like now she like, Mama, make sure you tell my teachers that I'm not gonna be coming on Tuesday. I'm gonna switch one of my days so I can go to the garden club. And like she been on me, okay, Mom, we need to go do our garden. Like, and it wasn't anything that I had to force her to do now because I let her know like.
You showed her different ways to do it. So.
Exactly, and I don't have to force her because a lot of times kids don't know what they like. You don't know what you like. And I used to always tell my mama say that. I remember, I never forget one time my mama made my brother join the praise dance, the mine. And like he did not want to do it, y'all. And to the point to where my aunt and my mama got into it because she was like, he don't want to do it. You can't make him do it. And mom was like, he don't know what he want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like if you get into it and you really don't like it, then that's one thing that we can take you out of it. But we will never know if we don't. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna just go home and just sleep and just watch, be on the internet. You're about to do something. You're gonna be productive. Like you're gonna be able to know what you like when you get out of high school. There's people that are in high school right now about to graduate. They don't even know what they like because all they have done is go to school, come home, go to sleep, and do it all over again. They were not exposed. So my advice was to be expose your kids to as much as possible. And you don't have to spend a lot of money to do that because the stuff that I do with Kari, I don't pay money for. Like you know, she does free stuff. You know. The Houston Library, the Harris County Library System, they have so much free stuff like for kids, and they just giving it away from coding, you know, just different things that can take them to a whole nother level in their life as adults if you just put in that time right now.